Welcome to Camping with Steve. I'm here in a normal campground doing some normal camping tonight instead of the stealth stuff, which I so often do. And so we're going to set up the ice fishing shack. And I know it's summer, however, it sets up quick and it's insulated. This will do just fine. Bringing in an air conditioner because I want to see how that's going to work. It's not super hot today, but it will be next week. And I'd rather test it out now and see if we're going to get some delta T or a temperature drop inside of this shack. Now, the joy of a real campsite is power, and we're going to make severe use of this. 15 amps, same as a household breaker for what that air conditioner is designed to run on. Yes, these portable air conditioners are the least efficient and worst out of any options, particularly because this one just has one hose that goes out. What that means is it's sucking the air in to blow it out the window, then it's also bringing warm air in to fill the air that's been removed from the tent. But if this works in here, a better one will certainly work in a lot of other circumstances. So I get this hooked up here. We're going to see how cool we can get it in this tent, because I like it cool, usually 16 degrees Celsius or so. Good indeed. Good. All right. Perfect. I'm going to adjust the thermostat down to 62 degrees Fahrenheit, and we'll see how close we can actually get to that with this setup. Bed for the night. Step 2. So, the efficiency in setting up a campground can't be underestimated. That basically is the difference between me struggling still with poles versus me enjoying a delicious, mouth-watering, frosty kokanee. And although it is a crowded campground, I do hope to achieve some very good sleep tonight because of the white noise of the air conditioner and the fact it's an insulated tent. Now these things are kind of designed to capture heat. It's covered in black and gray and dark colors. That may not work out very well when the sun comes up in the morning. But if any of you have woken up in a tent when the sun is shining at you, that's your alarm clock at like 6, 7 in the morning when you possibly can't stand to be in the tent any longer. And that shouldn't be an issue for me in the morning. Of course, you got to start a fire when you're camping. So I start with garbage out of the car, bundle it up with all the cigarette butts from the last camper, and then I pretty much just follow directions on the log where it says light here and light here, and spark that up. We'll have a fire bushcrafted in no time here. Light there, light there. Alright, there's no way that can fail. Okay, on you go. Then I grab my store-bought firewood because it's illegal to scavenge in the woods for firewood, of course. Anything free is illegal usually. Light this again. Oh yeah, that should get it going. Okay, and they're nice tinder dry thin pieces, so they'll last a long time. Ooh, that's a big one. Good, good, good. There we go. Now you're camping with Steve. While the fire marinates, let's see how cool it got in the tent while we were out here. Ooh, 63 degrees in the breeze. I guess I'll set up a bed. This is the pinch point model. Wow. Be careful with these. I did get it from Cabela's. I like it. It's really good. Oh, the only downside with this cot is the extra pieces. They're just begging to be lost. So I haven't lost them yet, but I do prefer like a one-piece cot. But we'll string this together. I got the air conditioner blowing right in my face. It's going to be a very cool and relaxing evening. And we'll get some food starting to cook here. Looks like the fire's still going. Even better. Anybody with this model of cot can appreciate the struggle getting this last part in this. I'm sure this is responsible for 9 out of 10 heart attacks. Oh boy. I thought it was a one-piece cot when I bought it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh. This part's not that boring anyhow. Put my feet in that and it'll be good. There's fire going here. Stopped by the local grocery store and picked up some pre-foil wrapped potatoes. Put them on now because they take about 1,000,000 hours to cook, and powered up the fire with a few more logs. I'll get another one in to keep the party going. These should be done in several hours, but in the meantime I can give you a tour of what's happening around here. This is a typical provincial campground in Alberta, Canada. And it is aspen parkland. You may see some spruce behind me, mixed in with some alder, aspen, or poplar, or however you may know them. Those are what they are. Hope I don't burn the potatoes. But yeah, I'll just give a quick look around here. There are powered sites, there is a washroom and shower. So I can scrub up in the morning when I'm done camping and go home not smelling like I've just stumbled out of a smokehouse or something. Delicious potatoes cooking on the grill. There's the tent, which will be good for sleeping. If I move over here, we have our power station. This is the beauty of a powered campsite. We've got a 30 amp and a couple of outlets on a 15 amp. Oh yeah. Charging up the Jackery so that I don't overstress this one cable running the AC all night. Of course, there are campers. And they're really quiet tonight, which is awesome. Sometimes there can be loud people in a campground, and there is another spot over there which is empty, hopefully all night, and there's trails. I'm on the main road here that connects all the different campground loops together. And I'm the only weirdo out here with a camera. But despite the 200 plus probably campers out here, it's remarkably quiet, and I really like that. People are so respectful in this campground. I can't believe it. Oh, is this good. It was 62, 63 Fahrenheit. It went up a degree when I went through the door, but that's okay. Considering outside, what do we have there? We're looking at, well, 74 Fahrenheit. Get out of the way so you can see that. There you go. And yes, I know it's not insanely hot outside. This would be a comfortable temperature for a lot of people to sleep in. But I have to get acclimatized to minus 40 Celsius and then plus 40 Celsius. So that, for reference, is, you know, minus 40 Fahrenheit. They actually line up there for when I'm doing the winter things. And then in the summertime, it is well over 100, 110 Fahrenheit for some of these camping things. So I'm constantly adjusting to temperature. But this little guy's going to make all the difference. Obviously, you can't have steak and potatoes without a vegetable. Today's vegetable is an onion and some mushrooms. Came pre-sliced. Unfortunately, the onion didn't. So, let's cut into this with a steak knife, because why bring more knives than you need to? And we'll have this in a foil pouch cooking up in no time. I'm going to chop it all up. I'm going to need a little for the breakfast in the morning, so I'll tuck that away in its own little piece of aluminum foil, and these will be good around here in no time. Good. Never overestimate an onion or a mushroom. They will cook down to nothing. Okay. Go in, save some of it for the morning. Oh boy. Okay. Yep. There. See you at breakfast time, guys. Some of it dropped on the ground. Some extra fire fuel. There's thankfully no bears around here, but some butter here. I will throw out a big chunk of this. There you go, butter. All right. I picked up, ooh, what was that? Okay, I picked up the keg steak spice, and that's what I'm going to use on the steak and also in here, although it is not steak. I think that should provide me with all the seasoning I require for these vegetables. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I've been shocked and amazed by foil pouch cooking because it seems really hard to underdo food and it seems really hard to overdo food. So we're going to see how that translates to mushrooms and onions. And you know, stay tuned for breakfast because I got an interesting one I've never seen before. I always try to Google recipes. Never seen this guy before, so it'll be good. Oh, that smells good. Far from done still. Time to get some steak on the grill here. It's pretty late, but I'm no stranger to late meals, obviously. These on there. Season them up with this the keg steakhouse stuff. Much rather have them undercooked than overcooked. So, if you don't like a rare steak, you might not want to watch the next part. I think we're getting there. Flame kissed. Oh yes, this is gonna be great. All right, time to dig in. The vegetables in the foil pouch turned out to look quite okay, aside from the part of the wrapper that ended up into there. But yeah, I know. The foil. Well, there may be some health aspects related to using foil for cooking, but it's just so convenient. I don't know of another option that will do the job. So, until they come up with stainless steel foil, here we are, just slowly killing ourselves bite by bite. Okay, so we got the steak. I'm gonna dig into this, and I have no idea. I think that looks pretty good. Oh yes. Oh yes. 3 minutes aside. It's just falling apart in my mouth. That's phenomenal. I was very, very scared of overdoing this because it's a full blazing wood fire. But again, I pre-warned everybody that it would be a little rare. And I'm colorblind, but I think that looks good. I think it looks about perfect, so. Now that was fantastic. It's like going to the keg without going to the keg. Well, time to get hunkered down for the evening. Now, it is bedtime. It is still 62 degrees Fahrenheit in here. In Celsius, I think it's probably 17 or 16 and a half or something like that. And I'll pull out this blazing red sleeping bag I've had for ages and haven't actually used because it's not stealthy by a long shot. And in the back of the car, I have this beach towel I'm going to use for a pillow. So, wad that up here, and actually I'll move this over here, try and throw on a little video to fall asleep to, because it ain't camping without a little show and an air conditioner. Good morning, everyone. That was a refreshing, crispy sleep, just the way I like it. I didn't need any more than this light sleeping bag. I'd looked over at one point last night and the air conditioner was reading out 56 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that converts to in Celsius, but I loved it. That is my ideal sleeping temperature. And sadly, I don't get that temperature around here very much because it's either minus 40 or plus 40. And our springs and falls don't last very long. We got like a week or two, and then suddenly it's winter or suddenly it's summer, and we got these insane temperatures. So, myth confirmed, you can put a portable air conditioner in a tent, provided you have electricity, and it will actually cool the place down nicely. And this is the worst air conditioner that you could have, this one pipe one. One with a couple of pipes, so it's like bringing in air and then out, would do a far better job. It would be like a walk-in cooler in here. So, yeah, I'm gonna start up a little fire and cook up a little grub. I only brought one of those big wax fire starting logs. So, there's these little sawdust wax contraptions. The bag was open and they're really dried out. And I've tried to do this before, and I know they're not gonna want to burn too well. So I'm just going to give them a little bit of vegetable oil. That should help to make them burn. And, of course, a little more debris in the car I found. So that will definitely burn. Keeping with my no kindling policy. And stand back and watch what happens. Now, I don't know if this breakfast is actually going to work or not, but here's what I got. I saw these tortilla bowls in the supermarket today, and they look like the perfect thing to crack an egg into. And while we're at it, put on a piece of marbled cheese and dump in some of yesterday's mushrooms and onions. We're going to continue our obsession with aluminum foil, because I think I got a brain cell left to kill. And it's either going to be awful or it's going to be amazing. I think it depends on how quickly I get it off of the fire. So let's try this experiment together and see what happens. Tortilla bowls. pick a nice one. Bottom. Top one's a little... Oh, look at that! That's cute. I can do a couple eggs in there, no problem. I do believe. Oh boy. One's already cracked. In you go. And sure, it's loaded up. It's a 2-egg thing. Well, it doesn't leave a lot of room for adventure here, but if I get a log of cheese in there, I'll be happy. Individually wrapped for kids' lunches or something like that. Mushrooms, onions. One egg would have been more prudent to experiment with this recipe. I have a feeling it's going to want to spill. So we'll just kind of throw it on the grill like this. Just pray for the best to happen. Come on, you cook. We are, I think we're having a disaster here. It is, it really wants to stick to this aluminum. So, I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can just kind of make this egg scramble in a piece of foil. I don't know. Lesson learned. Try it before I show it to you guys. So with this miserable excuse for breakfast cooking, I'm going to give a huge shout out to all the folks that have donated to the beer donation funds. And that goes to great things such as campground fees, firewood, tents, beer, wine. Thanks guys all so much. You're making a lot of this possible. The fuel to get around to try and find all these spots. So a big shout out to all you fine folks out there. And actually to everybody who's watching and commenting and liking and following these videos. I am so blessed to have such a cool group of subscribers following along. The comments are like 99% fantastic, and I can't thank you guys enough. If you keep watching, I'll keep doing this. Time to eat this awful thing. Don't do this. I'm just following through with eating this as a cautionary example for those that may still want to attempt something even remotely like this. The whole point was to avoid dishes and to avoid utensils, and I guess despite its visual shortcomings, it doesn't taste half bad. Perhaps a little spray pan or something on this foil would make a difference. Well, beats a granola bar and yogurt for breakfast, I'll say that. Very important step. Alright, just like that, all packed up and ready to go. Made sure this thing is completely out. I've left extra firewood for the next folks that come by because I don't want to transport it around with me, and it's nice to do something for the next folks that come along. So if you're liking these types of videos, please consider subscribing. If you already are subscribed, double check to be sure you're still subscribed. There's a bit of a glitch. There's been issues, bug in the system, glitch in the matrix. So anyway, cheers everybody, and we'll see you guys next week. It should be something stealthy. I'm in the mood for that. So see you guys later.